Last spring's flooding caused massive damage all over the area. The Papio Creek levees were part of that.
There was some significant erosion and sloughing and issues like that. So these are not in the Corps of Engineers program, but the Corps of Engineers is paying 80% of the levee repair cost. And so basically we're fixing what was damaged last year. So they pay 80%, we pay 20%.
It's part of the PL 566 program.
Public Law 566. And what that allows us to do in case of a disaster like last March, we get to access 80% federal cost share to repair any levee that's in that program. These are in that program.
There's a hefty cost associated with the repairs.
The damage along the Papillion Creek levees, the estimates are about $9 million in damages to fix all that.
The work continues moving forward with the end in sight.
We're putting things back together. By the end of the summer, everything should be back to pre-flood condition, and or most everything. There's probably a few things that, but obviously we prioritize that, and obviously protection of property and people is our number one concern. But by the end of the summer, by August, early September, we should have everything back to where it was pre-March 9th.
The maintenance process is extensive and begins with yearly inspections.
Especially if they're in the PL 566 federal program, we actually will team up with the Corps of Engineers personnel and ours, and we walk every foot of the levee. They look for holes, they look for involuntary trees, they look for sloughing, bigger issues, but they're inspected every single year. We get a report every single year, and then it identifies if there's any maybe deficiencies or if there's any items that need to be addressed.
Maintenance and upkeep is ongoing.
It's not mowing them, it's filling holes, it's putting in more rock. So a significant amount of time and effort goes into maintaining them. And obviously it paid off because in March of 19, very little, if any, of the Omaha metro area was flooded. And so those structures did exactly as they were designed to do. They're like anything else. They're like a car, a house, our body. They require upkeep, and as they age, it gets more expensive. But every year you're doing something.
You heard that the Papio Creek levee repair is about $9 million. That's not Papio NRD's only repair bill.
We did have a breach in the Union Dike levee that protects Valley. The repair after the flood, just to repair it, it was a temporary repair, was $1 million. Now we're doing a final repair, which is several million, $2 million. We've repaired the Missouri River levee. Obviously, we're doing the rehab of that project, which was planned before the flood, but obviously the flood decimated those. The Corps spent 10 to 12 million just repairing those, the Missouri River levee. So you can see it adds up very quick. We're probably anywhere 25 to 30 million.
John relates a discussion had before last year's flooding.
Was it worth having these levees in the federal program? Because it's very expensive to remain in that program because it's very detailed, very specific. And after the flood, that discussion has ended because literally we've gotten 80% of the repair costs paid by the Corps of Engineers. So we don't complain about the PL 566 program anymore because it paid probably 5 to 10 times what it costs for us to maintain to stay in the program. So it's definitely worthwhile.